Hello friends, Event Master 69 here. In the last event, I've ranked 589. Well, with just additional 3 numbers in the back. So you wanna be like me, like a pro, and rank top 100 in the game. This is the only video you need, Project Sekai Event Tiering 101. This is the first part of the 2-video series which covers event tiering tips. This video focuses on the very basics and general overview of how event works. If you're an advanced player, check out my next video where I explain some really high level mechanics. Before we start, just to be warned here, this video is steered towards the Japanese server, which in comparison is a massive pain in the ass to rank. But don't worry, if you're in the other servers, the same rules applies, but it's gonna be a tad easier for you. So in general, there are 2 types of events. One is Marathon, and one is Cheerful Carnival. Marathon is solo event tiering, while in Cheerful Carnival, you pick a team in advance, and you score for that team. But the event tiering method is the same, and whether your team is winning or not, does not have any impact on your personal event ranking whatsoever. So for starters, you need 3 things for event tiering: crystals, cards, and time. First of all, for team formation, in events, certain characters and attributes have bonus, each with 25%. If you match the featured characters with the correct attributes, your team will receive a 250% bonus, so 50% for each card. But obviously, there are some other exceptions. For example, in this event, you can see my team received a bonus of 320%. First of all, 3 of my 5 cards are event gachas, which gives me an extra 20% bonus on top of the attribute and character bonus of 25% each, which is a total of 70% for each card. So times that number with 3, which gives us 210%. As for the remaining 2 cards, it's a special card for Vocaloids. These cards have a music symbol, which means they can be used to represent every single band in events. However, the rate is reduced from 25% to 15%. However, I countered this penalty by master ranking these cards, thus giving them master rank bonuses of maximum 15% each. So 25 plus 15 plus 15 gives me a bonus of 110%. So in total, this team gives me a bonus of 320%. If you are planning on ranking, the minimum event bonus you would need is 250%. The higher the better, obviously. You should be using at least 110% skill card as team leader, and aim for a band's power of at least 250k, the higher the better of course. Then, by using more energy for each round, you will be receiving more event points, but the efficiency will be much lower once you use beyond 5 energy. So you should be deciding whether you want to use less time but sacrifice more crystals or vice versa. Okay, so you got the crystals and cards using a nice credit card, but there's one key ingredient missing: time, which is the biggest thing you need. So if you're like a loser who has actual responsibilities like a day job, then event tiering will be quite difficult for you. But if you're a NEET who hides in the basement do nothing all day, congratulations, event tiering is like a walk in the park. You should still touch some grass though. So how much time do you actually need every day? Well, it varies quite a lot. Some events are very competitive, which takes more than double the time of the least popular ones. Here is the chart for the top events sorted by the 100 border. You can see some very common occurrences here. You have Mizuki, Akito, and a bunch of night court characters here and there. So if you're going to go for these characters, it's gonna be a little more painful for you. For example, the event on the stage of Dazzling Light has a T100 border of 100 million points, while the event Vivid Hotel has only half at 42 million. So good luck if you're a Mizuki fan or a Akito fan. Now, onto the actual time. An extremely general time scale is this chart below. You can see you need 12 hours for T50, 19 hours for T10, and at least 6 hours for T100. As for crystals, you will need around 80k for T100. But please keep in mind that this is a super duper rough estimate, and it really depends on the event and how lucky you are. So this is all for reference only. Now you know the very basics of events, and I'll be showing you the most efficient way to rank. First of all, you will need to join the tiering Discord. Along with 4 other players, you all shall sit in a 5-people multi-room, playing the same goddamn song for hours. Trust me, you want to have a multi-room for this because people disconnect every single goddamn time, and you cannot control what songs will be chosen if you are going for a casual room. One drawback to this multi-room, however, is that you'll get PTSD every time you hear that meta song again. I will throw a link to the official Discord server in the description below. There are also many different privateering groups, and remember, Google is your friend. Otherwise, you can try your luck on Twitter, though I don't really recommend because communication in the Discord is much better. People usually use these tags Project Sekai or Project Sekai, which is pretty much the same, but you do need some Japanese moon runes knowledge for this. If you want to learn the details, please watch my next advanced video on this topic. Once you all join the same room, a meta song will be chosen. To simply put, the shorter songs the better. Currently, the most efficient meta songs are in order: Hitorimbo, Envy Expert, Jackpot Sad Girl, Bless Your Breath, and Viva Happy. It is suggested to do Envy on Expert, not Masters, because of the way skills activate in the Expert map. Also, you probably don't want to play Masters for 2 hours every day. During the playing stage, you will be aiming for Super Fever. When the screen goes dimmer and the Fever stage is initiated, all players play the song until the Fever gauge is filled up. You can see which players made it with the OK pop-up on the left side of the screen. If all players get all the notes during the Fever stage, then the Super Fever is triggered. However, if a single player misses a single note, then only a normal Fever is triggered. Super Fever gives you an extra reward after the life ends, but the actual effect on score is rather minimal, usually similar to the normal Fever. Because of this, it is always best to pick the highest difficulty level you can manage, so know your limits. Don't go pick Machine Girl Master even if you are an AP god. Do remember that you are playing the same song for hours. Full combo on lower difficulty will always get you more event points than low combo on a higher difficulty. Now that you know the mechanics, I'll be introducing 2 useful websites. First of all is Sekai.best. It has an event tracker and shows you the real-time data of each border, so you can adjust your schedule. It is not only for Japanese server, but also for English servers, Korea servers and the Taiwanese server. Sekai Viewer also has a ton of features like viewing cards. You can sort them by their rarity, characters, bands or skills. There are also other tools including event calculators and information on songs, all that juicy stuff. Very useful website for every player out there, regardless if you're ranking or not. Second tool is Twitter. Apart from finding members for multi-lives, there are also a lot of experienced players out there predicting borders for each event using a time machine. One of the biggest accounts is this one, link in description, which updates quite frequently on border predictions. Extremely useful for you to have a sense of what you should be aiming for in events. Super highly recommended for event rankers. So these are the basics for event tiering, but doing all these will only get you like top 100 at most. If you want to go higher, you will need to watch this video where I explain more complicated stuff. Otherwise, please subscribe as I will be making even more quality videos like this one. Leave your questions in the comment section and goodbye.